Hello to all of you out there. My name is Ryan Joseph Kopiar, and I want to invite you to come on this journey with me to learn more about healing and the holistic power of the mind-body connection. I think at the end of the day, we all want to live a happier, more joyful and fulfilled life. And my hope is that together on this journey, we can explore the mind-body connection and what it means to truly experience inner healing. So I want to thank you for joining me, and hopefully this will be an exciting journey that we can all take together. So one of the questions that I get very often when I'm speaking with individuals for the first time is, hey, what's it like to work with a mental health counselor? Or, what questions should I be asking? Can you tell me a little bit about what the process will look like? There's no silver bullet. There's no magic answer to that question. The truth of the matter is there's almost 8 billion people in this world, and there's thousands and thousands of therapists and counselors and healers, and everybody is going to have their own unique style. And that style is going to be received and maybe even applied to individuals on an individual basis based on, kind of whatever their presenting problems are, which is to say, why are you coming in for counseling? So I would hope overall that the experience of working with a mental health counselor or a therapist would provide you with a safe space for you to share and unpack and maybe explore some of the different thoughts, feelings, and emotions you have about whatever is on your heart and on your mind and on your soul in your time of counseling or in that present time of your life. For me personally, how I describe my counseling is something like this. I'm a human being just like you're a human being. And I don't promise to have all of the answers for you. And sometimes that kind of catches people a little bit off guard. And I say, I think helping people is about real people being vulnerable and connecting with real people. So I don't ever want somebody, or I hope I don't ever make somebody that I'm working with feel like, Ryan's the mental health guru, or he's the super expert counselor that has all of the answers to all of my problems. I don't know you. I'm not the expert on you. I know quite a bit about mental health, although I'm always continuing to learn. But what I do is I provide a safe space. I hold a safe space for the individuals that I work with so that they can feel comfortable to be vulnerable and to share with me whatever is on their heart and on their soul and on their mind. And I like to look at it as just two human beings sitting down to have a conversation. This is not, the doctor in the white coat and the patient, sitting on the doctor's table in some kind of sterile room. But whatever the opposite of that is, that's what I hope I provide for the individuals that I work with. At least that's my intention and that's my goal. So real human being, just sitting down with another human being, being vulnerable and creating a connection. The other thing I would say is, I'm going to smile, I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to hold that energy and that vibration for you, because I realize that you may be going through a tough time. As a matter of fact, you probably are, and that's why you're coming to, see me as a counselor. And at the same time, you are completely free to experience all emotions, right? Whether that's crying, whether that's anger, whether that's sadness, whether that's resentment, right? And it could be laughter, joys, and tears, good tears, right? All of those thoughts, feelings, and emotions are welcome. I'm here to hold space for you with absolutely no judgment about whatever those thoughts, feelings, and emotions are that you want to share. So that would be another key point of what I tell people that I provide. Hey, I'm going to hold space for you so that you can be free to express yourself without any worry about being judged. And then the last thing that I say to people is, I'm not here to give you advice. And I think sometimes people think that, I'm going to work with a counselor and they're going to give me all this advice. Man, there's a ton of people out there to give you advice. I'm not here to give you advice. There's a lot of actionable strategies that I can share with you. And there are some ways that I can invite you to look at things. But at the end of the day, you're the expert on you. I think that deep down inside, what you need to do for you and what's best for you. I'm here to kind of help clear out some of that stuff that may be blurring the vision or dimming the vision or making you feel like you can't see super clearly. Having heightened emotions, anxiety, fear, depression, those can really kind of blur our vision. So we feel like we can't see straight or we don't really have the clarity it is that we're looking for. But I'm not here to give you advice. I'll certainly share some strategies with you and provide you with some invitations on some different ways that you can look at things. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. And I don't know if that makes me unique. I've worked with a few counselors myself, and the ones that at least were able to help me were ones that kind of embodied some of those things, and particularly holding that safe space for me where I could be free to just express my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So every counselor is different. There's no one magic answer to, hey, what's it like to work with a clinical mental health counselor? Everybody's different, and every counselor is different, and everybody has their own, style and technique and method based on the individual it is that they're working with. But for me, you're going to get a real human being sitting down with you. You're going to get somebody that's going to hold space for you to be free to express those thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And somebody that's not going to tell you what to do, give you advice, kind of say, well, you've got to do this, this, and this. No, I empower the individuals that I work with to make the decisions that they feel are best for themselves. I'm just here to say, hey, you could look at it this way, or you could look at it this way. You could do this, or you could do this. And I trust you to follow yourself and what it is that you think that you need to do. I like to empower the individuals that I work with because I believe each and every single one of us has greatness inside of us. We have those answers that we seek. It's just that whatever it is that we're going through at this point in time in our life makes us feel like either we aren't strong enough to have the answers, or we can't see the answers clearly, or maybe we're doubting in ourselves. And so I'm here to just kind of help to clear that stuff away so that you can reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your own greatness inside of you, and say, okay, Ryan kind of helped me to clear some things away. Now I have a clear vision on what it is I want, where it is I want to go, how it is I want to handle, whatever is challenging me at this point in time in my life. So that's a long answer to a short question of what's it like to work with a mental health counselor. That's what it's like to work with Ryan Joseph Kopiar from Ryan Kopiar Holistic Healing. So if you are in Washington State, Oregon, or British Columbia, and you are interested in perhaps working with myself, you can feel free to reach out to me, Ryan, at ryankopiarholistichealing.com, or you can visit my website, www.ryankopiarholistichealing.com.